Allie Carter told us about Diddy. Allie Carter has spoke out so much throughout the years and told us exactly how all of this is connected. The very first time she spoke out, she spoke about there being underground tunnels where she was moved through. And there have been a lot of rumors about Diddy allegedly having these underground tunnels that run to the Playboy Mansion. And the Playboy Mansion does have underground tunnels. Here is the blueprint of the Playboy Mansion that they made showing the underground tunnels underneath the mansion. And I blew this up a little bit more for you guys because back in the day, it actually led to celebrities' houses. Allie Carter has just made an affidavit of truth that she turned over to the feds against Diddy and other celebrities about how she was allegedly abused at a Playboy Mansion party. As you can see, here's Diddy's name here and others such as Birdman, Denzel Washington, and Young Jock. In this document, she speaks about how she was a party favor and how other children.
Oh, honey, it's way worse than we thought. You think Allie Carter just walked into danger when she agreed to testify against Diddy? No, baby. She was thrown into a viper's pit, and someone made sure she couldn't crawl back out. Because guess what? Just days before Diddy's trial was supposed to kick off with fireworks, Allie's legal team, they suddenly dropped her like hot coal. And not because they were scared. No. Allegedly, they were paid off, bought, silenced, gone. And just when Allie was scrambling to find another lawyer, poof, she vanished into thin air. We're talking MIA, y'all. She was supposed to be the third witness, a major one. But now, cops don't even know if she's alive. Her family is panicking, and the so-called legal team that should have stood by her, yeah, they ghosted her too. Like they were never part of this. And why is everyone whispering kidnapping? Because right before she disappeared, Allie posted a chilling video saying she was being hunted by armed men. And not only that, her house was broken into while her family was away. What is going on?
You get pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth this week like that fucking mattered. Okay, you had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth, and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn, and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go. What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the speaking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars, and many other of my. So here you go. You can have it, right? Because this is what happens when you speak out. This is what happens when you tell all the truth. This is what happens when you decided to stand up for the children, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to do a seminar, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to just be and then show up somewhere and talk and monetize everything that they're saying. When you realize that that's bullshit, then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a shit about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go to, you can't go to them?
Now, here's where it gets sinister. At the time, we didn't even know Allie had been subpoenaed to testify in court. So when she came forward with her usual whistleblowing about Diddy, we all assumed it was just another expose. But now it all makes sense. The real threat wasn't just her talking. It was that she was ready to take the stand and testify under oath. And the moment she got subpoenaed, boom, she's gone. Before this court drama, Allie had been airing out Diddy's dirty laundry for years, and nobody laid a finger on her. But now she's being hunted, dropped, and possibly taken. Baby, this smells like a cover-up with a side of pure evil.
A key witness in the Diddy trial has gone missing. This is super concerning because she is crucial for the case against one of the biggest names in music. She was actually going under a pseudonym like 3 other witnesses in the case, but she decided to waive that right and reveal her identity in her testimony. But now she's MIA. The federal prosecutors don't know where she is, her lawyers don't know where she is, and the prosecutors are using her testimony in the opening statement on May 12th. That's not that far away. For now, she's known as Victim 3, and she was subpoenaed, which means that she is required to be there. This all comes as the trial is finally underway this week. The jury will be selected by the end of the day. That's not that interesting. They're all going to remain anonymous. What is interesting is the list of celebrities who were shown to potential jurors to see if they knew them. Those names included Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and Kanye West, none of whom are actually implicated in the case. There's a lot going on. In the coming weeks, we are going to find out whether Diddy used his influence and power to sexually exploit women for more than 2 decades.
And y'all, if you thought Diddy's parties were bad, buckle up. Because Allie wasn't just exposing freaky behavior, she was pulling the curtain back on rituals, the kind that make your skin crawl. We're not talking basic Hollywood cult mess, no. This was dark, twisted, and child-centered. According to Ally, Diddy and his perverse clique were allegedly kidnapping kids, turning them into slaves for these rituals. And the horror, these poor kids were forced into unspeakable acts with animals, all while being filmed, while grown men pleasured themselves to it. Can you even stomach that? She claimed the kids were chained up, tortured, and subjected to satanic rituals. Most of them didn't make it out alive, and the few who did were scarred for life. This is beyond criminal, it's diabolical.
Graphic. But right now, I think a lot of people are not ready for someone to tell you that there are 3, 4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars of children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old children to horse stables and have horses and dogs race them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang children upside down in satanic ritual abuse meetings, and they literally hang them. Literally, by metal prongs, they hang them to get blood dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood. There are situations that I don't think people are ready for. We're not touching the seriousness of trafficking. Like the videos that I've made, the videos that I've started to make, this is not even touching. This is the gist of it, and I think so many people are quick to raise a sign and say adrenochrome, but you don't know what it means, and you don't know why it's such a thing, why it's such a strong thing in trafficking, and how what makes it so strong. What, you know that they're drinking children's blood, but you don't know what they're doing to those children to make their blood strong enough to cause something to flip your system in order to keep you in the fountain of youth. No one believes that because it sounds like an unreal horror Disney movie that someone wrote. You know what I'm saying? It kind of is.
She said Diddy used to throw freak-offs where underage boys and girls were brought in. But y'all, the boys? They had it worse. Allegedly, these boys weren't even allowed to eat before or during the events. Why? Because Diddy didn't want any mess. No puking, no bathroom breaks, just obedience. But hold up, the trauma doesn't stop there. Allie claimed that some of Diddy's twisted associates had a douche fetish. Yep, they allegedly selected certain boys and intentionally made them sick. So sick, they would defecate during these so-called parties. And then these boys were forced to lie in it while being filmed. Let that sink in. What level of depravity even is this? It's not just wrong, it's monstrous.
Watching an episode called Pig Night. When I went, they tried to feed us. And I remember it because when
Pig
you
night.
have to do
Say what?
orders, jobs like that, you don't eat. You're not allowed to eat. You actually have to like starve yourself, because when you have to do those type of jobs, you can't eat because you will throw up.
Really?
If you are doing, or if you are a guy doing sex, you will shit everywhere.
Oh boy.
When this happens, your pimps will get mad at you. Really mad at you. And if that is a fetish for someone, they use that to their advantage. So if you throw up on someone, you will have to eat it. If you someone, you will have to lay in it.
And while Allie didn't name names, the streets are talking and fingers are pointing. People are speculating that DJ Khaled and Rick Ross might be involved in all this darkness. And here's why. Jonathan Audie, that same guy who opened fire at Trump's Miami resort back in 2018, yeah, him. A video of his interrogation went viral where he spilled everything. He claimed he was one of Diddy's freak slaves, that Diddy made him sleep with Cassie while Diddy watched. Yep, you read that right, while Diddy just sat there and got off on it. At first, everyone thought Jonathan was just rambling madness, but then Cassie confirmed it. She said Jonathan was involved in the freak-offs. She admitted she was used as bait, and that Diddy regularly called Jonathan in. But it didn't stop there. When she suspected that Jonathan was secretly recording their sessions, she told Diddy. And what did Diddy do? He made Jonathan sign an NDA, then paid him $5 million, 0 cents, to stay quiet. That's not hush money, that's fear money. Diddy didn't want anyone to know the full truth, and Jonathan clearly had enough dirt to bury an empire.
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land over contracts. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I seen him for the herpes and won. Mark Eros and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. Yes, I have a good friend, a breakfast buddy. His name is Luis David Gonzalez, and he's a witness that Ross came and threatened me at my house post-settlement. After we settled, Diddy sent Ross, and I asked him to go see if that was Ross and confirm his identity. Basically, what happened is Diddy sent Ross, which they good buddies, okay? Mm-hmm. They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worry.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
The feds. They have a big file of me like this, the feds. Because P. Diddy and Mark Garibus have been trying to set me up and lock me up as an extortionist, asking for money. It was not so. They move all the on private jets, okay? They move what's called high-grade powder MDMA. They move and they move liquid cocaine in their bottles too. I seen the liquid cocaine, I drank it myself, having Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. All right, he calls it G-Jit, but it's liquid cocaine.
All right.
Now, circle back to Allie. Because everything Jonathan said matches perfectly with what Allie had been saying for months. And that's why people believe Allie was silenced, her legal team bought off, her testimony erased. And now, fans and insiders alike are saying that Jonathan needs to take the stand. Cassie already admitted he was in those freak-offs. And he's ready to unload the nuclear secrets Diddy's tried to hide for years. But here's the ugly truth. Authorities don't want Ali or Jonathan testifying. Why? Because this doesn't just stop at Diddy. Bringing Ali and Jonathan to court would rip the curtain back on the entire industry. The secrets, the players, the blackmail, it would all be out there. And the system, it's just not ready for that. So what are they doing? Allegedly suppressing evidence. Allegedly keeping Ali locked away, possibly under the guise of protection until this Diddy trial is over. It's all alleged, of course, but honey, the smoke is so thick you'd think the whole place was on fire. And people online, oh, they've been loud. One comment said, Ally has to testify not just for the adults, but for the kids. She's the key to unlocking this whole twisted mess. Another read, this girl was too important. The feds should have hidden her in a secure off-grid location. She should have been protected, not left to disappear. And you know what? They're right. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think the feds are holding Ali back? Or has she been truly kidnapped by those trying to bury the truth? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because whatever is happening behind the scenes, it's dark, it's terrifying, and it's only just beginning.